Hi. So I recently had some hypnotherapy with Scott. Before my session, I suffered pretty badly with anxiety symptoms. This was particularly bad when I was leaving the house, or the thought of leaving the house really made these worse, and almost kind of generated them to happen through my worrying. So I have tried therapy in the past. I've had about 4 or 5 months of counselling. I've had some cognitive behavioural therapy, and I've had some solution-focused hypnotherapy. I've also taken medication for anxiety, which I was on for about a year, but came off of that a couple of years ago. So I've tried lots of different things, but with Scott, it's been a completely different experience. So from the initial consultation, he talked me through everything, that we were going to do in the session. He asked me a lot about my condition. He explained exactly how anxiety works, and it made me feel like I wasn't the only person, and it made sense. But it obviously doesn't mean that it's, you just have to live with it, but it made me feel more normal, I suppose, which was really nice. So we kind of rated my anxiety on a scale of 1 to 10, where he gave me a scenario, or I gave a scenario where I would feel particularly anxious. And I think I gave that maybe an 8 or 9, but I almost didn't want to give it a 10 because it was like too much. So it's obviously a high score, probably a 9 out of 10 for that anxiety. And that wasn't like a massively challenging thing that I came up with. So there would be other scenarios which would be, a definite 10 out of 10. So we rated those, and then I had the hypnotherapy session, which in itself I felt really relaxed, really comfortable, and came out of it feeling like a completely, just completely changed, just the one session. So again, we talked through the scenario, and it was just as if there was no anxiety there anymore, which completely blew my mind, and it's just incredible. So we talked through it, because it can be a bit daunting, the thought of not having that anymore, because it's been such a big part of my life. So we replaced it with that confident version of me that's always been there, and put that into the situation. So now when I go out, I'm not searching for that anxiety or waiting for those anxiety symptoms to start, because I don't think of myself as an anxious person anymore. It's absolutely mad, but it's just incredible. And I would just say, if you are even thinking about it a tiny bit, it is so worth the investment. It's completely changed my life. I had the session probably 4 or 5 days ago, and since then I've been out socialising with friends. I've been on quite sort of spontaneous days where we don't really know exactly where we're going to be, what we're doing, when we're eating, all that kind of thing, and I have just been absolutely fine, which I cannot remember the last time I felt like this. It's incredible, and I would 100% recommend giving the hypnotherapy a go, because it will change your life. I've actually just been thinking about booking a holiday with my husband, which the thought of that would have terrified me a week ago. Being, in a busy foreign place that I don't know, but I'm just really excited about it now. So go for it. You have got nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's absolutely the best thing ever.